Hello everyone. Today's subject is about something that we all will be going through if we live long enough. And I will tell you how you can go about this and have no regrets in the end. It's retirement. Some of us will retire from our 9 to 5. Some of us will retire from YouTube. Although YouTube is not my full-time job, it's a hobby. And I will be retiring from my 9 to 5 sometime. And you too, if you're working 9 to 5, whatever it is, you will somehow retire. And even if you're working on your own, you have your own, you run your own business, there will come a time when you will be retiring. Retirement is something that most of us don't think about until it is time to. Now, me thinking about it now, yes, I'm approaching retirement. One of the first things you should do before you retire, and I'm telling you that because hearing it from a professional, you might think, oh yes, this is the best advice, but hearing it from someone who deals with retirement, I see it every day. I know I deal with people who are retiring almost every day. I can't talk about my job, it's here, but I can tell you that retirement is something that we should plan way ahead of time. Number one, financial preparation. How many of us think about it? Yes, we may think, it's time for me to retire. I'm gonna get out of this, and it's time for me to rest. A lot of us think of traveling when we retire, but have we planned for it? Have we made that preparation? So one of the first things you need to do is to calculate if your savings are right. Do an estimate of your expenses before you retire. I won't get too deeply into that, but when you retire, of course, you will be maintaining your home. Some of you may have a house, a mortgage, rent, whatever it is. You'll maintain your shelter and healthcare, travel. If you still want to travel, a lot of people leave their travel till they retire. Hobbies. You might want to entertain certain things. Like me, I do YouTube. Of course, I will want to continue doing YouTube when I retire. And that too could be expensive depending on what your channel covers. My channel covers travel and community activities. I have to get to the places to cover the events or cover wherever I travel. I have to have the proper gear to do the videos. And you need to know what sort of lifestyle you will want. You don't want to be caved in one place and not get out and do things with meet with people or partake in certain activities. And so yes, you definitely have to have a financial plan. And also with all that planning, it comes with taxes too. If you do have for Canadians, if you do have RRSPs, definitely once you start withdrawing, it will be RIF by then probably. Most of you, if you retire at 65 or earlier, yes, you may want to keep that locked in until it's rolled into a RIF. I'm not going to get into the financial part of it, but you know what I mean. There are tax implications. Healthcare planning, you need to plan wisely, and sometimes after you retire, you may not have certain coverage like you had from work, so you have to be able to carry that onto your retirement. And it's a good thing to plan it way ahead of time and see how much coverage you can afford. Like for instance, if you're working and you have the hospital coverage like we do have here, if you work for certain companies and you're paying, let's say, a certain level, and when you retire you may not be able to afford that, so you have to look into that before you retire. And you have to know how to supplement your income if you do not have the available additional income, and additional funds that you can withdraw from. And I say income because it could be your RRSP that you're going to withdraw from, and that also is taxed once you start withdrawing from it. And also you have to think of your emotions and the things that you want to maintain, how you want to eat, because you're not going to get up every day. Some people can do it, but it's not healthy to get up every day and just sit on the couch and watch TV. So you will want a lifestyle, you want to balance your life properly. So these are some of the things you need to think about also. And your lifestyle could be um, your purpose is redefined, definitely. So because for most of us, while we're working, our purpose, we define our purpose as work. For me, what defines me, I try not to let work define who I am. That's why I do have this hobby, and I don't discuss work with people, with my friends. I don't want work to define who I am. And if you still have a family, you have grown adults at home, it's also always a wise idea to discuss retirement um, plans with them. And also, if friends, maintain this, you don't want to maintain friends. Now is the time to try and find your friends. Now is the time to try and create a friend group. Some of us don't have too many friends. So now is the time to really reconnect and have that social group. Consider your home. If you have a house, maybe this is not your dream home. Believe me, sometimes when you're about to retire, that's when you will find your dream home. You're about to retire, now is not the time to get another home, but you have to do it for yourself. Think of where you want to be when you retire. Do you want to be in a retirement home? Do you want to be in a comfortable home? Do you want to be in an apartment? Some of us might just want to be in a bungalow. And I say just want to, but most people move into a bungalow. Bungalow may not be for you, just because everybody else is moving into a bungalow. When they're getting older, doesn't mean you have to move into a bungalow also. So you have to do what suits you, what suits your lifestyle. Another house, you're getting into deeper, more depth, but you have to know for you what you want, because while you're working, while you're employed, you spend most of your days at the office or wherever you're working. And when you retire, you'll be spending all or most of your time at home. So you have to be comfortable where you are. You have to enjoy that space. Some people may want to, you want less space than you have right now. So, and another thing too is to declutter. Make sure before you retire, you declutter your home. Some of those heavy things that you can't push around. I had a wardrobe, actually, big wardrobe. I got rid of the wardrobe because I said when I retire, I do not want to see that wardrobe. So I got rid of the wardrobe. I had a Buffet and Hutch that was so heavy. I don't miss it. The first few weeks I did, but yeah, it's a good idea to get rid of those things, those heavier things that you have in the house occupying space, and get, things that you can easily move around. Even the big old dressers. I'm thinking of getting rid of my dresser also. So get rid of as much as you can, declutter as much as you can. The clothes that you will no longer wear, get rid of that. You never know what could happen. When you retire, you want to enjoy your retirement. You don't want to sit around sorting out things and getting into the garage and decluttering the garage at that time. You want to do that while you're still working, because your retirement is for leisure. You want to be able to relax, finally sit back and enjoy life, and you don't have to get out there in the cold. Meets winter here almost year round. Enjoy that moment. So you've got to plan accordingly, plan so that you will have no regrets. And another thing to consider is where you're gonna go. Most people, if they're traveling, I think I've touched on that to the end, till they retire. It is wise to travel now while you can. I believe in doing things while you can. It's a good thing to travel now, and so that when you retire, for especially people who are from the diaspora, if you're from the diaspora, when you retire, you just want to go home. You want to go visit your family and probably one or two places. But for some it's okay who can manage to travel more often, but for some of us who are not able to travel as often, Me, I love to travel, but when you retire, you may not be able to travel as much as you can. So that's why I say do all your traveling now. If you have adult kids that you need to get out of the house, do what you've got to do. Because you've lived all your life taking care of all of your children. Some of us, that's how we live. And now it's time for you. And it should have been time for you long time when they became adults. But if you still have the adult kids home, and you enjoy the company, you don't mind, then it's not a problem. But if you feel that you need, that is a time for you and for you to be by yourself, but make sure you have friends. Some people are happy alone, but we are happy alone when we have a place to go during the day. Some of us are at the office, we're out there working, we're seeing people, but when you're alone, it's not the same. Because I know what we went through a few years ago when we were all working from home, which I still do, 2 days at home, but the 3 days that I go to the office, I'm very happy to be there and be among people. So when you retire, you need to have that kind of connection where you can meet with friends and do things. These are good tips to follow before you retire, and things that has worked for people. Like I said, I deal with retirement a lot, and there is so much more that you need to do, like your will and all those things. A lot of these things you need to do before you retire. Oh yes, and it is important to prepare way in advance. And I deal, like I said, I deal with retirement a lot, but I mainly deal with the financial part of it. And believe me, it takes a lot of planning, and a lot of people are not prepared until, and most people prepare at the last minute. Don't let this happen to you. Prepare for your retirement way ahead. And I mean way ahead, like 5, 10 years ahead. It's not too early to plan. It's never too early, but you will regret it if you plan too late. Don't regret. Plan now. Thank you so much.